Hey everybody, before we get started on this, I decided to try my hand at a little bit of merchandise for the channel, so you can check it out in the description section below. Let's get into it. Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. So this felt like something pretty interesting to cover. One of the things that we're looking forward to in this week's episode of American Horror Story 1984 is the promise that it's going to have some major hint as to what is going to be the theme of Season 10. When asked point blank about whether or not AHS 1984 has had any direct references to what the theme for Season 10 is going to be about, Ryan Murphy said, and I quote, "No, but keep watching. There will probably be a big one in Episode 8. So with that, guys, you know exactly what to do. Go down to the comment section and tell me what you think this big reveal is going to be, this big hint, and where is it going to be located, and what is really going to be the big hint for next season. But for what it's worth, let's just break this down, because I really do believe that there's already a lot we can talk about when determining where this is going to come from. I mean, at first, I think it's really worth mentioning that Ryan Murphy just the other day made it clear that he hadn't picked the theme for Season 10 yet. He was juggling two ideas for the season, and he gave himself until Halloween in order to figure out what the theme was going to be. Now, of course, around that time, everyone knows that Episode 8 of 1984 had already been filmed, so maybe the hint isn't going to be in the episode itself, but maybe in some kind of musical choice, maybe the end title music or something, and that would be my biggest bet. We're just gonna have to wait and see, but it's also possible that there's just a lot of different references in this week's episode to multiple different theme choices, and he's already just sat down and picked one out of that barrel that he's going to use for next season. If I had to make some wild, probably really inaccurate guesses, I'm sure some people will watch this in the future and call me out in the comments section, but if I just really had to guess, I would say we're going to get at least one water scene, which might indicate a shipwreck season. We could also get some song cue, which might possibly give us an indication that we're going to be going back to the Coven Witches next season. My personal picks, even though I know this isn't going to happen in a million years, is doing a Christmas themed season or something having to do with an alternate reality. Or because this is the 80s, it's a summer camp theme, we could just see some kid with a shirt or something that indicates that we're going to space next season. Now, I know a lot of people do not like the concept of going to space because it is American Horror Story, but have always contested the fact that we can do space, but we can do partially in space in the future while the rest is taking place somewhere in the United States. And it's just kind of a splintered season. Those are things that we need to watch out for in this upcoming episode. But as long as we are speculating, we should go over the synopsis for Episode 8 entitled Rest in Pieces, which states a deadly trio emerges hell-bent on unleashing a new era in Camp Redwood. Our former counselors desperately try to keep history from repeating itself, which that isn't even a huge revelation because we knew from last week's episode that this is what they were building up towards. We have the Night Stalker, we have Mr. Jingles, we even have his mother if she's going to get into the mix, but we also have Brooke and Donna going towards that location at the same time, and we know the counselors are gearing up for a massacre themselves. It's going to be a bloodbath. But one of the things that I was hyper-focused on, especially in the promo trailer of this week's upcoming episode, is the idea that we're gearing up towards this music festival. And one of the things I really think that they could just shove a clue in there without really having to go back and film anything is just having a band playing a song in the background that kind of hints at a certain theme that we're going to get in next season, while not having to really film anything going on in the episode and just kind of alluding to the fact that people are playing or getting ready to play in some kind of a music festival. And to me, that feels like the most logical case here, where we're dealing with a musical cue that's going to indicate a theme for next season other than some kind of hint or clue that was filmed on the spot. Because at that point, if Ryan Murphy is to be believed, they didn't have a clear idea of what Season 10 was going to be about during the time of filming 1984. But that's just really my 2 cents about this upcoming episode. I can't possibly be sure, but one of the things we are going to do after this week's episode airs is talk about it, because I really want to hear y'all's thoughts and opinions, especially once we see the episode for ourselves. So until then, I hope everyone will go down to the comment section and share their thoughts and opinions about where this clue is going to come from. And I also hope everyone will like the video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload, because we talk about American Horror Story on this channel a lot, especially these days. And also go down to the description section below and hit that link, guys. Go check out the merch that I made for you guys, because I think y'all will like it, especially if you like American Horror Story. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. It's been real.